Hi, my beautiful souls in the night sky. So this is Tenebrisgate, and you're listening to me, your host, Ten. Always just check that disclaimer, always, because it's timeless, general, entertainment value only. I can't interfere with free will. Thank God. Can you imagine if I could do that? I think the world would be really crazy right now, because I'm just like all you guys, right? Like, I'm figuring stuff out. Sometimes I'm a hot mess, sometimes I'm really judgy and judgmental and opinionated and just emotional, right? Because I'm a human. If you don't have emotions, I don't know how you can be a human being. But this is a dream analysis video. To some extent, there was a message that came through one of my dreams, and it felt like it was for all of us, just all of us. It doesn't matter what, like, all right, so in the dream, a woman rushes in, and she used a clay as one of those, like a clay figurine it's really hard to discern features on it, but I know instinctively what it was. Like, what are those dolls called again? Those, like people put needles in and things like that. Like it's bad karma, man. And so I think, like, some of us, maybe a good portion of us, have been really struggling with a lot of emotions and have been really wishing other people ill and harm and wanting people to do what we want them to do. And if they don't, we're mad at them, right? And then in the dream, I looked at this lady who just rushed in, put this very ambiguous clay doll down for me. And I looked at her and I said, is she, because I had to back up. My legs felt wibbly wobbly. I backed up because I felt it in my legs. I got nervous, I got anxious, I backed up and I looked at her and I said, is this woman, I described her because I saw the image of her. She had brown hair. She was not like super stocky, but she was kind of like, I wouldn't say, like, she wouldn't be labeled in our standards as skinny, but she's not, I wouldn't label her as, she's tall, she's robust, I don't know, but she's got brown hair, she looks Nordic of origin to me. And I looked at her and I remember thinking, like, girl, what did you do? Like, we don't do this kind of thing. Like, this isn't good. And so at first, my first response, because this negative energy attached to this doll, we're gonna call it that, because that's not what it looked like, but we're gonna call it that. And I, at first, I'm setting fire at it, because I'm trying to cleanse it, saying, like, hey, we gotta get rid of this, we gotta make this go away somehow. But the energy isn't, and I knew that. I was like, okay, like, I know this is going to fix everything. It can't fix everything because the damage has been done to this woman. And so I heard a voice that said, the only thing you really can do when we're angry and mad at people is to basically wish them well. For some of you guys, that's going to sound freaking crazy, especially when we're really upset with things that have happened, when we've been harmed by people, or where their actions have had a negative impact on us one way or another, whether we're near those people, whether we actually know them. And this is going to be a hot topic, and I understand exactly why. Because we kind of live in that country, right, where everyone's kind of, there's, to a lot of people, it feels like there's 2 to 3 sides. And that no one's out to be nice to the other. And I'm not wanting to invalidate anything, okay? Because we all can have our own emotional response to what's going on right now. politically, and it's okay to validate your emotions. It doesn't matter which. I'm not even talking. The only reason I have to talk about sides, or even if it's not even about side, it could be you had a friend, or you had a bad boss, and something shitty happened to you. It could be that someone hit your car. That's scary when that kind of happens, because that can be a financial disaster for some people. It can have a negative impact on you. And then for some people, it's going to be, your neighbor, or it's going to be, someone. It might not even, but that's not the energy I was sensing. Like, it didn't feel like this person was really actually out to get you. More like some of you are just really mad at other people in general. Like, this woman felt innocent, and you're taking it out on an innocent person. I have no room as a fellow human being here, but what Great Source is really trying to say to you, whether or not this person is innocent or not in your eyes, I don't know the context, but Great Source is putting their foot down and saying you need to take a deep breath, and we do need to find a different way. Source is going to sound. Great Source literally told me last night. They said that what you can do is pray, envision light going to them, hoping that they heal spiritually, that they are going to heal. Because very often, hurt people, and I'm not saying that sometimes we can't stand up for ourselves, protect ourselves. This isn't really what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about reflecting bad karma, bad negative energies back to them 3 times fold. I'm not talking about that. Whenever someone purposely aims dark energy at you, you do have to protect yourself. Whenever someone's trying to hurt you, you have to protect yourself. But that's not what's coming across here. That's not what Divine Source is saying. They're saying like you need to do your homework assignment, guys. You need to take a deep breath. I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it does bear needing to be repeated. Maybe the Divine Source picked me to say this message because they know I will repeat myself. And I'll tell you more information as I go with the repetition. They were telling me, this dream was amazing, like I kid you not, because I remember for some weird reason, like I was floating and I was looking at stars and the ceiling. It started from a place of stars to the ceiling, right? And I was amazed by it all. And I went back into my bed. My partner said, hey, you're supposed to be taking time to be a mom, right? And so there's this need to also to ground ourselves in the present moment with our loved ones. To okay, you can't dedicate all this time and energy on people, that aren't your priority. Your priority has to be your loved ones, your kids, your partners, your moms, your dads, your current best friends, whoever they may be. Those are the guys that need your energy. You need your energy even. If you are allowing someone to have rental space free of charge, and you're just kind of fixated on them, what they've done wrong, to the point where you are psychically attacking them, you're gonna have a lot more problems. That karma is gonna come back to you. I remember the dream thinking I can't protect you, girl. You did this. I wasn't saying that to her, but I was I was looking at her going are you kidding me? You're bringing me this doll because you made a mistake. Have you ever done that kind of thing where, in our youth, we think, oh, I'm going to go and do this. This is the thing that I feel for the younger witches. And these are the witches, too, that sometimes will go back to Christianity, that will, quit on witchcraft. because they made a mistake and they didn't want to be held accountable. They were like, I like black magic, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take back control. And because they felt so much loss of control that they felt like, well, I'm jealous of this person because they have everything I've ever wanted. It's not fair. She's prettier than me. She's more successful than me. It's not fair. I don't like you. You don't deserve the nice things you have, even though you don't know the context of that person, right? You don't know, hey, well, maybe actually she worked her ass off. Maybe she earned it by doing right action, right thought, right timing, connecting to the great source of all that is. Because when we are doing psychic attacks, when we're giving people rental space in our heads and thinking negative thoughts, whether you actually do something to them or not, you're actually accruing karma. And that karma will eventually come back threefold. This is why we got to be very careful with our spellcraft. This is why we got to be careful even with our thoughts. Because thoughts are magic. Thoughts are craft work. Sometimes they're even more powerful than the spellcraft you're putting out there, depending on what's going on, depending on your intention, depending on your focus, and how often you focus on something. Because guess what, guys? We are accountable. We have a free will. And I know this is kind of tough to hear. Like, no one wants to hear about this sort of stuff. I understand. I love ASMR. Oh, there's a hawk by... Oh, Divine Source is saying there's a bigger picture to all of this. We got to do the homework assignment, guys. You got to do your shadow work. You can't be like, I'm sorry if I'm harping a little bit on the younger ones who are doing black magic, but I remember, I see it too on Facebook, where we're not really allowed to hold people accountable about their craft. We're not. Well, we gotta have inclusive thought. We have to use, in my experience, this, Well, yeah, in my experience, you go and do that. You're gonna reap the consequences, and I might see you be that person that quit witchcraft because you couldn't handle Hedicate at her finest having enough of your bullshit. Because she'll come and say, okay, you owe up, come on, pay up, you did this karma, now you gotta do, you're going back to Christianity, you're gonna hide behind Christ now. Christ and me are best buds, man. She says that sometimes. They're saying to me kind of okay, chill back, come on, chill back. And I'm like, but God, yeah, I know, but you gotta do that too. You gotta be I pray for your healing work. I pray for the light and the love that comes to you because the divine source is all around you. Oh, even I gotta do it, man, because I get so feisty about it too. And see, how addicting is it to be no, take a deep breath. I pray to those people. I got to do it right now. So I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to be a role model. I'm going to try to do it my best. Dear Lord, Divine Source, Hedicate, anyone here good at magic that, heals the whole universe and the world and all that. There was a woman last night who came to me, whoever she may be, seeking help for the wrong she did. Help me forgive those who wrong other people. Jesus, in your name, could you please help her, heal her? Help her understand that accountability is important, but also too, why is she doing what she's doing? Help her heal herself and forgive herself, but also to help her look at herself in the mirror and find things that she likes about herself so she doesn't have to target other people. Divine Source, could you please whisper in her ear, you are enough, my little one. You are enough. All across time and space, we have heard you 1,010 times. 1,010 times, but you have ignored us. But we are here. You do not need black magic to make yourself feel better. You do not need an earnest to mark someone's face just because you were jealous. The Lord will beckon you back into his arms. But even if you give up on magic, we will find you. We will find you. And we will kiss the injuries away. We will find you and hold you accountable, but we will forgive you. I'm gonna right now, I'm a self-learned light worker. I do not have a certificate of any kind. Right now I'm gonna focus on her and imagine, I'm gonna ask permission from the great universe. Lord God, whoever this person is, can you please send white light to her? Envelop it around her. If this is a male with a feminine archetype that he's working through, please wrap him in light, in an egg. Allow him to look himself in the mirror. Please help him in this time of need. Please don't have people come rushing to my door to break curses, to break their voodoo that they cause to other people as well. Please shield me from the people that want to come. I don't mind helping people, but I don't want to always be the one. I don't want to be the only one to clean up the mess, man. Could you help clean up this mess? Can you teach them how to clean up their own messes, please, Lord? God, just help them find something that creates light and love and life in their life, the zest. Give them a different focus so they don't have enough time to think about what other people are doing better than them. Have them focus on themselves and what they're doing well at. Create a sense of pride in who they are so they can become higher and higher and higher. So high up they can see the clouds, Lord. Let them see the sun and the moon together. Let them know what the earth looks like from the bottom of their toes and their feet. When they gaze down on the planet, let them know themselves deeper and better. Let them take a deep breath. Help them see themselves as who they really are. Not as specks, as a dirt on someone's heels, but as someone loving and deserving of kindness and grace and honesty. Let them look at themselves in the mirror and say, I love me. I love the person I'm becoming. I'm brave. I'm proud of myself. Because every single day I'm becoming braver and stronger and kinder to other people. When I think of that person, I learn to recognize that I can let go of jealousy. I can let go of envy. I can let go of the need to be better than this person. I can let go of my need to hurt them. Because when I hurt them, I hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself anymore. I want to heal myself, Divine Source. So when I look at you, Divine Source, I ask you, can you show me the way home? All right, guys, we're at that time where I do got to wrap up. I do not do healing work, but what I do is I will connect to the Divine Source on your behalf. This is a collective thing. This isn't specifically towards anyone specific. It's a collective discussion. It's a collective prayer. It's one of those things where I can reach out to the Divine Source for you. But I'm not going to do Reiki. I'm not going to do that stuff. I'm doing that for me. But I can maybe give you ideas on how to go about it as time goes on. Please check down below. I have a poetry book as Morgana Tenebris. I also do them on Facebook. As time goes on, there'll be more things I can offer you, but it'll be bit by bit. I can't rush the process, especially as the Divine Source is constantly encouraging me to rest. So what you will notice is there'll be cycles where I'll push really hard to schedule things in advance, and it will match whatever timeline you're on energetically, because I'm connecting to something. I'm connecting to the Divine Source. But there will be times where there may be more or less episodes. It just depends on where my energy levels are. I can't, I'll try to stay as consistent as I can. And over time, maybe there'll be an opportunity where it could be a little bit more. I don't burn myself out, but I gotta be careful of burnout, And we'll definitely talk more about what's it like to be a witch. But right now, I want you to learn to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. That's your homework assignment right now. I know that sounds silly. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you 3 times. Remember that 3 times rule? You can even do it 7 times. Look for the magical number around whatever you're doing and make it a pattern. So remember, thoughts are magic, and so are words. And the words you put out to yourself will magnify. Okay? Even if you don't really feel it right now, eventually the magic will start working in you and something will click. It'll take a little time, I used to do this with myself, but I would start with, you don't even have to, you could do it focusing on a body part. And I did it with my eyes. And I would look at myself in the mirror and I say, I like my brown eyes. And that really actually helped. And now I actually can say that about my whole face. I love my face. I like looking at myself in the mirror, not to be but I think I'm very beautiful as a person. And that took many years. That took a lot of work of spell magic, of self-love, That took time. All right, guys. Down below, comments, anything that stood out to you. Or you can put down a star. That's, you are a bright star in the night sky. I really mean it. And so put down a star if you got to the end. All right. Love and light, marry me, blessed be, I'm into good health, and to losies.